I was waiting for my Sephora order to come in, but it is late, so I'm going to do a little bit of a bridge video and talk about where I am now with my mastectomy. Hey everyone, it's Melissa. Yes, I'm late doing a video. I kept waiting for the Sephora order to come in. It hasn't come in yet. So it's been a bit, but I guess everybody orders so much at one time that it takes a bit for it to come in. So I thought, I really need to get a video up or the algorithm is going to do away with me. So I thought, well, I will talk about where I am with my breast cancer journey. It has been 14 months and I'm doing well, but I wanted to talk about some of the good, the bad, the ugly that I have gone through in hopes that I know that there are people that are going to be going through breast cancer. And hopefully what I have to say might be beneficial to some of you. Now, they caught my tumor early and I did not have to, I had a double mastectomy. I had implants put in, reconstruction. They still have one more reconstruction process to go where they take some fat from my legs and put in there because the skin has gotten thin over some of the areas of the implant, and you can really see it. So they're wanting to correct that, but that's going to be after the new year and everything. I'm not too worried about that. So 14 months, I had all that done, but they caught mine early. And so I did not have to have chemo. Now those of you that have chemo, a lot of what I say won't be beneficial to you because I don't know what y'all are going through. But if it is a if it is a tumor caught early and you have to go through the same process that I did, maybe this will be helpful to you. So my tumor was an estrogen tumor. Now, I've talked to a lot of people ask me, do you regret going on HRT? No, I do not. All the research shows that HRT does not cause breast cancer, but if you get it, the estrogen will feed the breast cancer. And so mine was growing pretty fast, and that's what happened. The estrogen I was using was actually feeding. So estrogen had to be removed. I had to go off the HRT, and I have to take a medicine for 5 years that will squelch any natural estrogen in my body, because if for some reason they didn't get it all, or if for some reason it was trying to go somewhere else, any estrogen in my body will feed it and make it grow and turn into a cancer, so possibly. So they want to make sure that doesn't happen. It did happen with my mother, I will say. She had an estrogen-based, because she'd been on HRT, she had an estrogen-based breast cancer. They removed her breast. They thought she was going to be just fine, everything. Her lymph nodes were clear, but within a year, it had metastasized to her liver. So, you have to be, I'm having to be really cautious about it. But no, I don't regret going on HRT at all. I think I got the benefit from, some protection against Alzheimer's, some protections against heart disease, some good things. I feel like I benefited by being on HRT. My doctor that removed the breast said that the research shows if you can be on it 10 to 15 years, you will get so much benefit, that will, even when you go off of it, it will last you. The benefits will still be lasting you. So he feels like I will get benefit from being on HRT for the rest of my life. Even though I'm not on it anymore, even though I'm squelching any hormones, he feels like the benefits outweigh what I went through. Now, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying you should go on HRT or you shouldn't. And I will say one more thing. Don't listen to, I know there's doctors on YouTube saying, you should be on HRT. Well, they don't know your medical history, so be a little cautious of that. Be sure you talk to your doctor that knows you, that knows if you have a history of stroke, knows if you have a history of breast cancer in your family, a history of people being on hormones that developed breast cancer in your HRT that developed breast cancer in your family. Those might be something to take into consideration. So I went through the surgery and I was on a medicine at first to squelch the hormones called anastrozole. And I thought I was doing fine, and I woke up one morning with these horrible red things on my legs and my calves and my shins, both sides, just all over. And I'll show them to you in a minute, but I'll give you a warning before I show them to you. But I wanted to show it to you in case anybody else has something similar happen to them. I was just really upset, and I showed it to my friend Kim. Doug and I call her Alabama Kim because she's our Kim that's from Alabama. But Kim, I showed them to her, and she said, I wonder if it's that medicine. And she looked it up, and there had been cases of people with the same spots that looked just like mine that had been on anastrozole that had the same problem. And what it was vasculitis. It caused vasculitis in me. So it gradually went away, but it came back 2 more times, 3 times total. And I went to my oncologist, and they said, no, you've got to get off this. And it was painful too. I ended up having to go to a vascular surgeon and everything. So let me show you right now what it looks like. Okay, look away if you don't want to see it. Okay, you can look back again. As you can see, those that watched it, it was significant, and it's not, it's underneath the skin in the veins. It's your body attacking your veins, I think. So they didn't want me to keep on doing that. So they put me on tamoxifen, and that is not quite as effective as the anastrozole, but for me, I think it's going to be better because the vasculitis hadn't come back. So obviously it was the anastrozole that was causing it. So, you know what? I forgot to put my earrings in. Let me put my earrings in. Okay, got my earrings in. Don't know why I didn't do that. I put them right there, forgot to do them. So, there are a few side effects from the tamoxifen, and there was from the anastrozole. And I'll talk about those and maybe any hints that I have been able to deal with it. The first thing, oh Lord, the hot flashes. I'm having, I'm burning up right now, and it's, not that hot outside. But, the hot flashes, especially if I think about it, especially if I'm like in a crowd, or when I start feeling, I can feel it. I can feel me just getting hotter and hotter and hotter in my neck. I don't want it to, especially like when I'm filming and talking to you all, but I can feel it. And my neck gets red, my chest gets red, and my face gets red. And, of course, I get all just really, really hot. But I just pull out this, I get a card, get some kind of piece of paper, and I just fan myself wherever I am. I don't care. I fan myself. My family knows I'm having one, and I have two little grandsons. Well, they're not little, they're 11 and 13, but, they know now. They'll say, Missy must be having a hot flash. They know now what a hot flash is, and that's not bad for them to learn that. This is a part of women's life that, they will probably have a partner that goes through someday, so they might as well learn about it at their teen years. So, they get used to me fanning. And that's what I do. And I also have a little fan I carry with me. I don't always turn that on in quiet settings, like in a church or something, but I will fan myself and go, whoo, I'm hot. And people understand, I just do it, and that relieves it. The next thing is sleep. Oh, yeah, this medicine and no hormones left in your body. The sleep, you get sleep deprived. And it's, you either can't go to sleep and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you're still laying there, or you go to sleep and you wake up at 3:30 in the morning and you're laying there. I have learned what helps me is listening to ASMR videos. I can listen to those because it works for me. So I can listen to Whispers Red, or, the different ones that I've got about 3 that I listen to, or 4. I've got 4. And I just go around to the ones that they've done that's my favorite. If one doesn't work, I'll try another one. And before I know it, I've gone back to sleep until the morning. So that has helped a whole lot for me to get maybe 5 hours of sleep. If I didn't do anything like that, I would just probably get about 3, maybe hopefully 6. I'm trying to get 6 more because it makes you kind of tired during the day. But anything you can do to help with the sleep. And the next thing was, even when I started on the anastrozole, this happened, and then when I switched to tamoxifen, this happened, and that was some hair loss, especially on each side. I had bald spots. I did. So I've been using two different serums and using them consistently and using a system, to try to help combat the hair loss. And it has gotten better. It could be that I've adjusted enough to the medicine that it's gotten better, or maybe it's helped the different things the steps I'm trying to take to, help it. Maybe a combination of both of them. But my hair has gotten better. So that's less of a concern for me right now. But it got pretty darn thin there in patches. It did. But I talked about a spray that I used in my Amazon favorites, and I just would spray that over it and go on and not worry about it. There was nothing I could do, so I just sprayed that spray on and went on and tried not to worry about it, because I knew worrying about it wouldn't go help. So I did that. People have asked me about this, and that is, and y'all, I know, I curse pretty badly, like a sailor, as they say. But it's hard for me to talk about intimate things or private things like that, like what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to do it because I've talked about it before, but I want to tell you something that has helped that the oncologist did. So, when you get rid of all hormones in your body, you can have trouble in your girl and the private area, the girl private area. There is estrogen medicine that you can use in those areas. There's even estrogen medicine on your face that you can use that I've seen people talk about, but I can't do that. And the estrogen in the private area, my one doctor put me on it, and the oncologist quickly took me off of it. They said, absolutely not. You just can't take that chance that even though it's supposed to not be body-wide, it's supposed to just be in that area that it affects. You can't take the chance that it will cross some kind of barrier and, trigger something in your body. We're trying to get rid of all the hormones. You don't want to add any more hormones to it. So this is what I want you to do. If you can't be on that medicine that I'm talking about, the hormone creams and everything that for that area, if you can't be on that, the estrogen creams, then talk to your oncologist. That's what I did. And they said, oh, well, no problem. My oncologist in Knoxville works with a local pharmacist that's a compounding pharmacy, and they have created a cream that you can use. At first, if you're in bad shape, you can use it every night for 2 weeks, then every other night for 2 weeks, and then just twice a week after that for maintenance. And so I said, okay, because I didn't want to get in bad shape. And I said, okay, I'll do that. And I did. And I wanted to overcome my being uncomfortable talking about it, to talk about it in case you suffer from this. You cannot do any kind of hormonal cream on your body at all. And you're, worried about that area suffering. Talk to your oncologist because they have seen this before. And it could be they have come up with their own formula to help you, that they work with a pharmacist. That has been that's the biggest hint, one of the biggest hints I can give you. Don't be shy about asking for help. If there's certain side effects that are hard for you to deal with, contact your oncologist. They have seen everything. They know how to deal with it, and they usually have pretty good setups. They have, my oncologist, and I'm sure most of them are like this. You go to the people that are having chemo. They go to one room, and you know, you get your blood work every time. You have a central nurses station that is sort of your go-between between you and the doctor. And if there's any problem, I call the nurses station. They get with the doctor, they call me back very efficiently. It's a good process they have going because it's people's lives at stake. So I know that probably any oncologist that you all are seeing probably has the same setup. So ask them about any uncomfortable situation, anything that's bothering you, anything that happens like vasculitis or that area not doing too well. Talk to them because they will know what to do. They've been in this business probably a long time, and they know how to help people. So my biggest hint is that talk to your oncologist and see especially about any creams that will help in that area. Okay, so sorry. You know, anybody that knows me would think I would be, because I'm pretty, you know, free and open and everything, but I just can't talk about private things like that. I just have trouble, I know. All right. I guess that's it. You know, talk to your doctor. Don't fear HRT, but don't automatically go on HRT because everybody else is, or because somebody on YouTube tells you to go on HRT. I saw benefits from it, and regrets. I wish I had gone off of it years ago. I feel like I might have been on it too long. I don't know. And they say, you know, some people stay on it forever. I don't know, but I just feel like if I had stopped it earlier, maybe I wouldn't have gotten breast cancer. Now that's my feeling. I have nothing medical to base that on. It's just a feeling deep inside of me. You know, my mother was on HRT when she got breast cancer. My cousin was on HRT when she got ovarian cancer. My other cousin was on HRT and she died suddenly of a stroke. And, you know, I just think maybe long-term HRT might, you know, over the age of like 60 may not be right for our family. Maybe our genes, something doesn't like it after a certain age, but I don't regret being on it. I just wish I'd stopped it sooner, but that's entirely my opinion. Nothing medical to base it on. So you talk to your doctor about what's right for you. My doctors encouraged me to stay on it forever. You know, they said, stay on it forever. You know, they encouraged me to do that. That's why I did. So I can't blame anybody really but myself. And it may not have even mattered. I might have gotten breast cancer anyway. Who knows? So I'm not blaming HRT too much. Anyway, I have rambled enough. Hopefully all my stuff comes in. I've gotten some a product that has come back from the dead that I'm going to talk about in a video. And I'll go ahead and tell you. No, I'm not. I'll tell you in my next video. I'll tell you in my next video. I told people on Instagram, so I'll tell you in my next video when I talk about stuff coming in. I got another lipstick from Runway Rogue, and I got this product, and I'm still waiting for Sephora, so we'll go over it all together, hopefully in my next video. Anyway, I love you all. Please like and subscribe. I think all of our over 50 and over 55 people are kind of getting pushed to the side is what I'm hearing. So be sure to like and subscribe to all of us in the older group to kind of keep us going, okay? We appreciate it very much. But love you all. Thanks for listening. Talk to y'all in a couple of days. Bye-bye.